How might your concerns play out?
There's this idea of what's called misalignment. This is the idea that the machine is pursuing an objective and is not aligned with what we really want. If we're going to put a purpose into a machine, we better make sure that it's the purpose we really desire. You know, let's fix the problem of climate change. Okay, well, what causes climate change? People,
Yeah.
right? So, easy way to do that, get rid of all the people, right? Problem solved.
Why can't you just put a stop button in? Can you not just like take the plug out the wall?
We're not necessarily going to be able to do that because a sufficiently intelligent machine will already have thought of that. But you can't expect to be able to pull the plug unless the machine wants you to pull the plug.
Should we be building super intelligent machines at all?
We could just decide not to do it, but the economic incentives are too great. The amount being invested right now specifically to create super intelligent AI is in the ballpark of what the entire world spends on basic science research. And if we do create super intelligent AI, the value, you know, back of the envelope calculation is tens of quadrillions of pounds.
With these sums of money, the concern is that safety may not be the top priority.
In fact, there isn't a single high confidence statement that they can make about these systems. Will they copy themselves onto other machines without permission? We haven't the faintest idea. Will they advise terrorists on how to build biological weapons? We don't know. Right? Can you stop them? Oh no, it's very difficult. Right? In most industries, you wouldn't accept that, right? If I want to sell a medicine, I can't say, well, it's really difficult, all these clinical trials, such a pain. You know, can I just bypass those and sell it direct to the public? Sorry. No, come back when you've done the work. And I think that's what we have to say to the tech companies.
Are there other concerns just with artificial intelligence that's actually really good at doing stuff?
Yeah, you might wonder if AI systems are so capable, then companies will use them to do pretty much everything they pay human beings to do. And if they don't, they'll go out of business. What does a world look like where machines do all the work, we become enfeebled?
Like some kids of billionaires are absolutely useless. Is that what?
Yes, in fact, we would all be kids of billionaires. And, you know, one obvious consequence would be that we lose the incentive to learn, we lose the incentive to be independent, to achieve. In a sense, our civilization would end because it would no longer be a human civilization. To me, that's almost worse than extinction.
I think the only thing that we can say for sure at the moment is that we have just one example of human-like intelligence, i.e. us. And AI now is definitely not a replica.
It is the neurons inside our own brains and how they signal to one another that inspired the artificial neural networks driving the AI boom. If we're going to build a human-like general intelligence and beyond, could the key be a better understanding of our own mind?
Very beautiful, isn't it?
Using both expansion and a powerful microscope, Ed can see to the level of individual neurons.
This is a real piece of mouse brain tissue. Yeah, this is real data. Part of the brain involved with, amongst other things, memory. And the cells look different colors because we are color coding them. And our goal is to give every cell in the whole brain its unique color code.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot in that image.
This is a map of just a tiny fraction of a mouse's brain. Ed's goal to achieve a fully mapped human brain is still in the distant future.
I think when you hear concerns like AI is going to take over the world or it's going to destroy humanity, I think it's really easy to impart human-like characteristics on artificial intelligence. It's really easy to imagine that it has intent and understanding and cruelty, maybe. But what is really clear, talking to Ed, is that when it comes to actual biological brains, they are on a completely different level of computation, of complexity, of structure, everything. The artificial intelligence that we have now, the best stuff in the entire world, is more like a spreadsheet than it is like a C. elegans work. And I think that there's an important lesson in that.